So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Red pill or blue pill? If you've seen The Matrix, you know the choice. The red pill means truth. Raw, unsettling, and impossible to unsee. The blue pill represents comfort, an illusion, but a safe one. Now, which one would you choose? If you said the blue pill, me too. Comfort's tempting. It feels good to believe that everything's fine. Although, it's nice to have the choice between the two, right? But here's the thing. In medicine, most of us are swallowing the blue pill every single day, and we don't even realize it. Do me a favor and close your eyes. Picture this. You're lying in a hospital bed. The room is cold. A machine hums beside you, its green lights flickering steadily like traffic signals in the dark. The nurse glances at the monitor and says, "You're fine." But inside your head, inside your chest, you're almost certain something is wrong. You try to speak, but the machine disagrees. The system insists on calm, while your body whispers panic. And here's the most chilling part. The machine wins. The system trusts the numbers on the screen, not the signals from your body. You remain unseen, unheard. You can open your eyes. Now that's not an extract from an absurd science fiction novel, but rather something happening right now on a day-to-day basis in our healthcare systems. We live in a world obsessed with connection. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, followers, likes. Every second we're linked to each other. But in the very system designed to connect and protect us all, medicine, connection often breaks. Why? Over the past 10 years, it's become clear that medical devices have been trained on a narrow image of the human body. Usually male, usually white. Problem is, this image provides the blueprint for research, trials, and innovations in engineering. And when you only build for one kind of human body, you disconnect everyone else. It's why conditions like endometriosis, which affect over 1 in 10 women in the UK, take on average 7 to 8 years to be diagnosed. Women are told their pain is psychological, essentially all inside their heads. It's also why people of colour face dangerous oversights. Take dermatology, for example. Almost every medical textbook used in training shows skin conditions only on lighter skin, which means even the most qualified, even the most experienced of doctors often fail to recognise these same diseases on people with deeper complexions. This illusion of precision creating a deadly blind spot. We like to think of medicine as neutral, scientific, objective, but neutrality is an illusion. The blue pill you've been swallowing for too long. Now let's switch gears for a second. AI. I'm sure most of you guys have seen those images online where you can't tell if it's real or fake, right? A pope in a puffer jacket, a cat playing chess. Yeah, that's AI. And I'm sure most of you guys already know it's everywhere. Quite literally everywhere. But what you might not know is that it's entering our hospitals and carrying this bias with it. You see, artificial intelligence has the power to detect cancers, Alzheimer's, tuberculosis, and even stroke. Impressive. But if most of the training images that we essentially feed this AI are primarily consisted of patients with lighter skin tones, the system fails and creates a false negative or a false positive when faced with a patient of darker complexion, making for many that sci-fi-like scenario from the beginning a reality. Or think about heart attacks. ECG criteria for detecting these are primarily derived from studies on white males. And as heart structure and electrical activity can differ by sex and ethnicity, the system fails to perform on women and people of colour. These aren't simply glitches in the system, they are our system, built on the idea that one kind of body is normal and the rest are simply deviations. It's like living inside a matrix where some lives are coded clearly and others are barely visible. However, we can change this if we decide to design differently. At MIT, Jose Gomez Marquez argues that medical devices should be like bicycles. Transparent, understandable, adaptable for anyone. Imagine medical tools that weren't mysterious black boxes or huge white tunnels, but rather open, human-centered machines. In Philadelphia, Dr. Bonku runs a health design lab where med students are taught to listen first, then build second, because ultimately, engineering and medicine go hand in hand. They design with patients, not for them. One project in particular describes a pain scale, where instead of numbers, pictures and faces were used. So even children too young to even count could simply point and be understood. A small act of connection, really, but with huge impact. And right now here in the UK, new laws and regulations demand that these medical devices be tested across a wider range of skin tones, body types, and even genders. Slowly, this illusion is cracking. However, change doesn't just exist in labs and government reports. It starts in how we think. Every dataset, every prototype, every clinical trial, every new device. Each must begin with a question. Who's being left out? Because if the answer is anyone, then the system is broken. So let's return to that question. Red pill or blue pill? Comfort or reality? Illusion or truth? In medicine, illusions cost lives. The only real choice is truth. Messy, complicated, but connected. Because the most important connection in our world right now isn't digital, isn't biological. It's human. And that, I believe, is the red pill worth taking. Thank you.